CJLO 1690 AM in Montreal, Quebec. I'm Yael Osowski, and this, my friends, is Liberty in Exile.
That is liberty. And liberty will reign in America.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bring you liberty, not destroy it. The evil that governments do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones, so let it be with liberty in exile. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm your host, Yael Osowski, as always, bringing you the truth to unlock you from your chains and set you free. The number here at CJLO is 514-848-7471. Today is the 19th of February, 2010. The 50th day of the year and the anniversary of the day President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, effectively interning all Americans of Japanese descent. That is your day in history. We've got a few stories to go over today. We're going to go from health to foreign relations to assassinations to the police state to monetary policy to military dictatorships to war to cyber attacks, maybe even to UFOs. We'll see. And now, my countrymen, I take you to my own closing remarks. As we trudge ever swiftly through the thick, tough snow banks of Mother Nature, the smiles of common folk mark their absence and hibernate along with the joyous manifestations of happiness that long await the revival of plant life. The cold winter may subdue our minds to believe that this paralysis permeates throughout all aspects of our civilization, but it does not decry negatively in our parliament, legislators, and governments. As of now, state action is weak in the realm of social life. Canada's parliament is suspended, and the American legislature lay in partisan gridlock that makes the frozen surroundings of Washington a great explicit irony. For when laws are not being passed, lives and rights are being saved. Human freedom can blossom and bloom as long as there are no more ridiculous regulations, bailouts, laws, and statutes passed for the time being. Those of our generation rear towards the state houses for leadership and guidance, and this has created a sickly and repugnant addiction to the active tightening fist of the state and government action. Look, this time of idleness in our federal governments remind us that we created them. They did not create us. We have natural rights inscribed in our hearts from birth, and no policeman, nor politician, nor pastor, nor security guard, nor paper pusher, nor judge may nullify what has been bestowed upon you by your Creator. You have an external gift that no man may shape in his favor, for you are born free. You shall live free, and you shall die free. If the populace finally succumbs to this premise, only then will there be no more wars, no more curbing of your liberties to combat false enemies, no more crony capitalism that has poisoned our free market system, and no more unwarranted regulation of our lives. This is the message of liberty, and it has slipped through the cracks in our present time. That, my countrymen, is my purpose today. It is Liberty in Exile on CJLO 1690 in Montreal, Quebec, every Friday at 10 a.m. I leave you with wishes of happiness and the words of Malcolm X.
We are African, and we happen to be in America. We're not American. We are people who formerly were Africans who were kidnapped and brought to America. Our forefathers weren't the Pilgrims. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us. We were brought here against our will. We were not brought here to be made citizens. We were not brought here to enjoy the constitutional gifts that they speak so beautifully about today. Because we weren't brought here to be made citizens today, now that we've become awakened to some degree and we begin to ask for those things which they say are supposedly for Americans, they look upon us with hostility and unfriendliness. If you're interested in freedom, you need some judo, you need some karate, you need all the things that will help you fight for freedom. Nationalism is the wave of the present and the future. It is nationalism that's bringing freedom to oppressed people all over the world. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the Algerians. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the Nigerians and to the Ghanaians. It was nationalism that brought freedom to the people of Uganda and Tanganyika and Sudan and Somaliland. The Africans didn't get it by sitting in. They didn't get it by waiting in. They didn't get it by singing "We Shall Overcome." They got it through nationalism. And you and I will get it through nationalism.